I must defend. I'm not looking for place to show I'm gonna win. When it's all said and done, my once in a lifetime won't be back again. Now is the time to take a stand. Here is my chance. That's why I'll never give up, never give in, never let a ray of doubt slip in. And if I fall, I'll never fail. I'll just get up and try again. Never lose hope, never lose faith. There's much too much at stake. Upon myself I must depend. I'm not looking for a place to show I'm going. I'm going.
Thank you very much, Alpha Phi Omega. And now for the individuals who will share their best practices, let's take a look on Ms. Emmy Conjurado and Aljun Kayawan.
Thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because it's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because it's given Jesus Christ, His Son. Give thanks with a grateful heart. Give thanks to the Holy One. Give thanks because it's given Jesus Christ, His Son. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich because of what the Lord has done for us. Give thanks. Give thanks. Give thanks.
Now let's proceed to Mr. Kayawan.
Ako po si Beto Abing galing sa Tribong Manok at ako po'y nananawagan sa ating mga Pilipino na tayo mag-isa. Isang tinig ang aking narinig, minsay na naginip, ating bansa'y umaawi. Isang himig, pag-ibig ang hatid, ang musika'y batid sa bawat puso at isip. Ikaw at ako, tayo ay Pilipino, isang bansa, ba't di magkaisa? Isang dugo, isang lahi at musika, ang pangarap ko'y bansang mapayapa. Isang hilig, pag-ibig ang hatid, ang musika'y batid sa bawat puso at isip. Isang awit ang aking dalangin, Kristiyano at Muslim magkaisa sa awitin. Ikaw at ako, tayo ay Pilipino, isang bansa, ba't di magkaisa? Isang dugo, isang lahi at musika, ang pangarap ko'y bansang mapayapa. Ikaw at ako, tayo ay Pilipino, isang bansa, ba't di magkaisa? Isang dugo, isang lahi at musika, ang pangarap ko'y bansang mapayapa. Ikaw at ako, tayo ay Pilipino, isang bansa, ba't di magkaisa? Isang dugo, isang lahi at musika, ang pangarap ko. Ang pangarap ko'y bansang mapayapa.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Emmy and Aldrin. And now, yes, that's the event code. Take note of our event code. Yes. And now, let us witness youth organizations supporting sustainable development goals. Let's watch Kambayoka and Zam, Philippine Normal University Visayas Campus, and the Global Initiative for Youth Development.
Yan,
Happy
yan.
birthday!
Kabila naman.
Happy birthday to you!
Balikat ulo. Magay. Merry Christmas!
Okay, kain.
Dito sa Maritang Baker Center. Ano, sumpo lang pa naman natin.
And we are having technical difficulties. Thank you very much, Kambayoko and Zam, Philippine Normal University Visayas Campus, and the Global Initiative for Youth Development. And now, let's focus our attention to the reading of the thank you very much to our youth organizations. As part of the celebration of the International Youth Day 2020, representatives from the participating youth organizations drafted this year's official declaration. The declaration affirms the collective visions, commitments, and recommendations of the participating organizations for the fulfillment of a more just, peaceful, and prosperous society. Ladies and gentlemen, the declaration shall serve as the youth's manifestation of their call to action. There you have it, the commitment of our youths. We have seen so many success stories today, but there are a lot more stories to be heard as we launch this year's major project, the Youth Connect.
Youth Connect is a monthly event dedicated to the promotion of youth empowerment, spearheaded by the United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines, or UNYAP, and the United Nations Association of the Philippines, or UNAP. This program pursues the goals of a diverse, inclusive, youth-oriented, and advocacy-driven event that highlights crucial issues and positive prospects of the youth. This event follows focal works of the youth as determined by the United Nations Youth Associations, or UNYA, including enhance awareness of the global situation of youth, increase recognition of the rights and aspirations of youth, promote national youth policies, coordinating mechanisms and programs of action as integral parts of social and economic development in cooperation with both governmental and non-governmental organizations. Y Connect will feature and recognize youth achievers who have displayed critical contributions and expertise beneficial to the achievement of the goals of UNYAP and UNYA. Recognition shall be based on the following aspects: commitment to advance youth participation in any field, leadership excellence, unwavering commitment to the promotion of youth work and youth development, verifiable contributions or initiatives on youth development, impact of initiatives or work, display of innovative approaches to problems. Aside from outstanding youth achievers, Y Connect will also feature and acknowledge the best practices of participating youth organizations that are worthy of emulation. Initial criteria include organizational structure, organization's culture, organization's alignment to its strategic goals, relevant events and activities at local, national, and international levels, and level of commitment.
United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines. Brought to you by Europe Broad, a multimedia production.
There you have it. I hope you can be a part of this event and unleash the world changers within you. And now let's move on to an intermission number to be given to us by Mr. Aljun Kayawan, a Philippines.
Hello everyone. Madadyaw na idaw tuyo tibu mo suon ko kanit banwa to silatan no naliyagan. My name is Arjun Kayawan from the Manobo tribe. Happy 21st International Youth Day para po sa ating lahat at bilang handog po na kanta para po sa ating mga Pilipino. Kung saan matatagpuan ang tulas ng belas ng siya, nagdinig sa Ilay maliwanag ang saya, saan ang bayan gusto. Sama-sama natin ang tayo sa aming dakilang sama-sama mararating ang iba't ibang alam, isang patutunguhan. Dito isang araw, isang kapuluan, sama-sama nating abutin, pinakamatayong tagumpay ng aking lahi, tagumpay ng aking lipi, ang pangingiti at hinahanap hanggat tagumpay natin. Hanggat tagumpay natin. Maraming salamat po.
That's an amazing presentation. Thank you, Mr. Kayawan. And now let's proceed to the last set of raffles. Christine Morit, congratulations. Valdez Miguel Salvador D. Orcala Joanna May. Congratulations. Canlas Isaiah Lester. Congratulations. Janeline A. Madlang Sakay. And there you have it, our winners. Congratulations. Tandaan ha, i-claim na kaagad yan para i-text or ano ang inyong ano para at least ma-claim nyo na kaagad yan. And of course, let us, before we proceed to the CEO of the National Youth Commission, of course, let us acknowledge first the UNAP officer, Judge Aurora N. Resina, President Emeritus, Dr. Mona V. Valisno, immediate past President, Dr. Amalu Benitez Reyes, UNAP President, Dr. Edita Y. Pilio, VP Internal Affairs, Professor Lilia Casanova, VP External Affairs, Professor Alice A. Lucas, Executive Secretary, Director Juan Nolasco III, Treasurer, Dr. Romana Ranesis, Auditor, Sonia Athabog, PRO, Dr. Berth Jasmine Tuga, Executive Director, and of course, the board members, Director Roderick C. Cruz, Dr. Felisa S. Florendo, Dr. Emily M. Garcia, PCW Commission Norma J. Lozano, Director Tom Aquino Mariano, and Dr. Rosalinda Zambrano. Congratulations to our winners. I hope everyone enjoyed the intermission number and of course our raffle this afternoon. And now let us listen to the chairperson and CEO of the National Youth Commission, Mr. Ryan R. Enriquez.
Peace be with everyone. My gratitude to the distinguished officers and members of the United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines. I hope that you are all safe and in good health. It is my privilege to be with you today as we celebrate International Youth Day. The theme is Youth Engagement for Global Action seeks to highlight the ways in which the involvement of young people at various levels provide enriching impact to national and multilateral institutions and processes, also taking into account all the lessons learned. The National Youth Commission plays a key role in crafting the Philippine Youth Development Plan, where the centers of youth participation are identified and propagate policies to promote youth development. The IYD is also an urgent call to initiate and spearhead relevant programs, projects, and activities aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals. The necessity to cooperate and collaborate in the spirit of unity and solidarity to address the multi-parties concerns, not solely focused on the COVID pandemic, but also on other global concerns needed. As UNYAP members, you are committed to lead by example, to inspire and to motivate fellow young people to take a positive stance amidst all uncertainties. Maximize the use of social media to disseminate information that will bring hope, allay fears, and encourage each one never to give up, especially during times of failures. If everyone learns to be accepting, grateful, and helpful, there will be less conflicts and understanding will prevail. Let us remember that in this life, we all have assigned roles to play. Lastly, let me share this portion of a poem written by Michael Josephson. Living a life that matters doesn't happen by accident. It is not matter of circumstances, but the choice, choose a life that matters. The National Youth Commission will be with you in this journey. This is your ally Ryan Enriquez. Mabuhay ang kabataang Pilipino.
Thank you very much, Yusek Ryan R. Enriquez. And to formally end this web conference, we have the UNAP Vice President for Internal Affairs, Dr. Edita V. Pilio, for her closing message.
Distinguished speakers, respected delegates, energetic organizers, my fellow UNAP board, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Happy 21st International Youth Day. As we reach the end of the 21st International Youth Day with the theme, Youth Engagement for Global Action, we shall be closing the door on lively, stimulating discussions, as well as bidding farewell to friends and associates. Our concentrations have been stormed by a stream of ideas, information, and vision. Indeed, there are profuse beliefs to reflect upon and enrich our specific and collective contributions to meeting the global challenge that we are currently facing and fighting. Undeniably, we are all caught surprised and unprepared by this pandemic that ravaged humanity all over the globe. It flattened the world economy, shaken all governments, disturbed our health conditions, disrupted businesses, dislocated and impoverished the working people, interrupted education, and many people perished from this contagion. But this situation taught us a hard lesson to contemplate about the importance of life and the significant contribution of the youth. The youthful yet bright ideas strengthen and give us hope to live despite this life's new normal. Their dynamic concepts and thinking are a powerful force for the right things to happen. Their sacrificial and selfless involvement is highly needed globally and locally at this moment. Their creative entrepreneurial skills are extremely essential so that life must go on. So it will take a great deal of our effort as an organization because we can combat this enemy as individuals, but importantly as one. We should not be restrained or halted by the current situation. We should be partners with the youth in achieving victory over this unseen adversary. We heal as one through the bayanihan with the youth. On behalf of the UNAP board, our president, Dr. Amelia Reyes, I would like to thank and congratulate the United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines, or UNIAP, Mr. Tom Mariano, UNAP board, and the IYD chairperson. The host is called Philippine Normal University, or PNU, our major sponsors, sponsor organizations, international partner organization, participating organizations, and the committed and talented committee volunteers from various youth organizations and universities for a very successful and productive conference. Please. Likewise, to our speakers, former Red Cross Governor Yolanda M. Hoffman, Sustainable Development Champion James Gregor L. Asuelo, and multi-awarded entrepreneur, business guru Dr. Carp Ibalita, and distinguished guests from the Philippine Commission on Women Chairperson Sandy S. Montano, and from the National Youth Commission Chairman and CEO Ryan R. Enriquez. Thank you very much. Congratulations. So with these few words, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and pleasant duty for me to declare this conference officially closed. Thank you. Stay safe and healthy. May God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Pilio. So we are now on the part where we say goodbye to everyone. But of course, let us remember that goodbye is not forever. I hope that you learn a thing or two in this web conference. Always remind yourself that you can always do great things and effect positive change to make this world better. We hope to see you at our next events. Don't forget to invite your friends and start to be the youth leaders that the world needs. Congratulations, because this is so historic in the middle of a pandemic that we may able to have this International Youth Day celebration. Congratulations to our dynamic youth explorers. And of course, before we end, we'll have the photo opportunities, and then the code, as I read a while ago, just message George Andre Prudente to claim your prizes. At this point, let's have by screen for our photo opportunities.
Good afternoon po sa lahat. Request lang po namin na sana ay mag-open po tayo ng ating camera para sa ating photo opportunity. Thank you po. Okay, para po sa unang slide, I'll count 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. Para naman po sa pangalawang slide, smile po ulit tayo. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, next slide po. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay po, next. 1, 2, 3, smile. Next na po. 1, 2, 3, smile. Last 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Last 3 na po. 1, 2, 3, smile. And last 2. 1, 2, 3, smile. Last na po. 1, 2, 3, smile. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, John. And indeed, we have proven that, as what I have said a while ago, that in spite that we are in the middle of the pandemic, we are able to do this because of our optimism, because of our dynamism to make things possible and make things happen. A round of applause to all the youth leaders and to our speakers, to our facilitators, and to the whole of the committee who launched this historic first web conference of the first International Youth Day. Congratulations and God bless. That ends our program. A round of applause to each one of us.
United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines, or UNYAP, is the recognized official youth arm of the United Nations Association of the Philippines, or UNAP. UNYAP is an organization run by young people, both students and professionals. The name of the UNAP Youth was established in the year 2000, formerly known as Youth for United Nations, or YFUN. UNYAP provides countless opportunities for youth development, community empowerment, and infinite chances of discovering potentials. United Nations Youth Associations are a great way to teach about the United Nations, bringing youth involved in understanding and sharing the ideals enshrined in the UN Charter. UNYAs are usually youth wings of United Nations Associations, or UNAs, which currently exist in around 100 countries worldwide. Core aims of UNYAP: Educate community about the work of the United Nations. Empowerment through international affairs and civil society involvement. Represent the views of young people at a local, national, and international level. And act as forum to network and socialize. Activities of UNYAP. UNYA aims to develop students' skills in vital areas such as public speaking, debating, negotiating, research, social interaction, and leadership. UNYA assists young people by broadcasting their horizons not only on current global issues but also on their own ability to solve problems and tackle challenges. Uplift and achieve greatness through servant leadership. Join and be part of the family now. United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines. Brought to you by Era Prod, a multimedia production.
Youth Connect is a monthly event dedicated to the promotion of youth empowerment, spearheaded by the United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines, or UNYAP, and the United Nations Association of the Philippines, or UNAP. This program pursues the goals of a diverse, inclusive, youth-oriented, and advocacy-driven event that highlights crucial issues and positive prospects of the youth. This event follows focal works of the youth as determined by the United Nations Youth Associations, YA, including enhance awareness of the global situation of youth, increase recognition of the rights and aspirations of youth, promote national youth policies, coordinating mechanisms and programs of action as integral parts of social and economic development in cooperation with both governmental and non-governmental organizations. Y Connect will feature and recognize youth achievers who have displayed critical contributions and expertise beneficial to the achievement of the goals of UNYAP and UNYA. Recognition shall be based on the following aspects: commitment to advance youth participation in any field, leadership excellence, unwavering commitment to the promotion of youth work and youth development, verifiable contributions or initiatives on youth development, impact of initiatives or work, display of innovative approaches to problems. Aside from outstanding youth achievers, Y Connect will also feature and acknowledge the best practices of participating youth organizations that are worthy of emulation. Initial criteria include organizational structure, organization's culture, organization's alignment to its strategic goals, relevant events and activities at local, national, and international levels, and level of commitment.
United Nations Youth Association of the Philippines. Brought to you by Era Prod, a multimedia production.
Isn't there anything we can do to try and help work things out?
Actually, there's this thing called the United Nations. It was created way back in 1945 after the world had been through two really terrible wars. The United Nations, also known as the UN, was created to try to prevent wars from happening and to help countries get along.
How do they do that?
By trying to make sure everyone has what they need to live a good life: food, shelter, medicine, a clean environment, dignity, and safety.
So the UN is kind of like a club.
Kind of, but a really huge club. It's an organization, and almost every country is a member, 193 in total.
Is there a secret handshake?
No, but countries do have to pay to join.
Huh. So how does the UN actually work?
Well, all decisions are made by vote, including who the leader of the UN will be. That person is called the Secretary General. The Secretary General works with all the other UN members to identify problems and work towards peaceful solutions. Their job is to speak for all the people of the world, ensuring they come first no matter what decision is being made, and to always act for peace.
And what about kids? Does the UN have anything to do with us?
Yes, in a big way. The United Nations created a document called the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. It outlines things all children should have or be able to do.
What things are those?
Like every kid has the right to be safe, to learn, and to play.
Wow, the UN's pretty cool and important.
You can think of the UN like the world's referee, here to make sure problems and arguments are dealt with properly and peacefully. And while the UN still has a long way to go towards fairly achieving its goals, members of the UN will continue to try and work together.
With or without the secret handshake.
So imagine a world parliament. Imagine 193 voices gathering together in New York to deliberate over matters of peace and security. The United Nations was established in 1945 with the signatory of 50 countries for the express purpose of preventing the outbreak of war and averting a world war. The United Nations has many parts to it. It deals, for instance, with matters of economics and social policy. It deals with matters of human rights. It deals with matters of culture. But the most important parts of the UN are the Security Council, which has 5 permanent members who are responsible for controlling its policy. These are France, Britain, the United States, China, and Russia. The other body that is very important is where all the nations meet and come together, and that is the General Assembly. Both the General Assembly and the Security Council pass what are called resolutions to make policy for the world. The UN has been responsible for eradicating polio in Africa, for instance, of dealing with problems of debt or problems of other diseases spreading. The UN has been very important in making sure that human rights are observed. The most famous document is the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, which has been ratified and kept by many countries. The UN, precisely because it's so complex, is determined to make sure that everything is done towards a big picture of peace and trying to make sure that humanity attains the primary purpose of what it says, that we believe. We believe in a better future.
Did you know that the UN Sustainable Development Goals are a universal call to action that unites 193 countries around the world? If these global goals are fulfilled by 2030, life on Earth will be better for everyone. So, what are these goals? Eliminate poverty in all its forms. No hunger. Everyone should have safe, nutritious, and sufficient food. Everyone has equal access to healthcare, thus ensuring our well-being and a healthy life. Equal access to a quality education. Ensure gender equality where women and girls have the same opportunities as men and boys. By achieving these goals, each member of our society will be equal, safe, and happy. UN global goals also include access to safe drinking water and sanitation, access to clean energy that is safe for people and the environment, sustainable and stable economic growth. Everyone has a decent job. strong infrastructure, and the support of innovations. Lower inequality within and among countries. Cities and settlements be developed without damaging the environment and people. Achieving these goals will result in the well-being of people and our planet. We can further take care of our environment with the following goals: sustainable and safe production and consumption of products. Take urgent measures to reduce climate change and its impact. Ensure the sustainable use and protection of ocean and sea resources. Restore and protect Earth's ecosystems. By achieving these goals, we will form a society where strong institutions ensure peace and justice. It is important for everyone to be involved and to build partnerships for achieving sustainable development goals. You are part of this process. Demand the implementation of these goals. Take the lead and share information with your friends.
This series is brought to you by Selangor MUN. Join us this 5th to 7th August at KDU Glenmary. For more details,